throughout the career of this channel made entirely out of slop, I have talked about quite a lot of YouTubers and e-celebrities that have, fallen off. They were at one point reaching the heavens with their grace and their clout, and now they just basically have no self-respect whatsoever. Well, to be fair, when they were at their peak, they probably had no self-respect. That's usually how you get to such a high spot. But now, believe me when I say they have completely fallen off. Now, you might remember the YouTuber David Dobrik. He vlogged basically his entire life in LA. He was very well networked and would be seen at all these parties doing extravagant things. If you don't remember him, he was the guy that would speak like a 12-year-old for some reason.
I use Suave Kids shampoo, either Strawberry Splash or Watermelon Blast. I think it's Watermelon Blast. I've been using this shampoo for as long as I can remember. I used to use it because I used to take baths a lot, and it was the only shampoo that allowed me to go underwater because it said it was tear-free, which is actually tear-free. I didn't know. If it gets in your eyes, you're still crying. After every shower session I have, this is so stupid, it's gonna sound so bizarre. I open my mouth and I let the water pour into my mouth.
I was using a note shampoo. So David Dobrik was part of a huge group, which the internet kind of dubbed the Vlog Squad. Now, David Dobrik and his Vlog Squad, they're still together for the most part, but they've kind of broken up. They've done their own thing. But the problem is, David Dobrik basically stopped uploading on YouTube. Firstly, because there are a lot of bad allegations going on about him, something of which he had to make a response video for.
Before my content shifted to be more responsible and positive, I said and did things that were really offensive, and I called them bad jokes, and I can't even call them bad jokes, and it was cowardly of me to say in my last apology that I missed the mark, because it's fucking gross, and I'm sorry. But what I didn't do is I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I kind of moved on, and I learned from it, and I grew from it, but I didn't address the situation with these women. I'm not talking publicly, I'm saying even privately. I didn't reach out to any of these people, and that breaks my heart.
But that's not actually why he left, because as we know with YouTubers, as many times as you get cancelled, as long as you keep uploading, you never really quit. But the reason why David Dobrik left is because he actually got offered a lucrative Snapchat deal, basically being offered hundreds of times what YouTube was paying him through ad revenue to basically do nothing. All the guy had to do was do like 200 snaps a day, and he'd be paid millions for it.
I want you to guess how much David Dobrik makes per day. This is one day of his thing. How much do you think he's gonna make?
Off the Snapchat?
Off just putting Snapchat stories.
Oh,
I just found out the number.
Okay, so how much he makes in one day?
In one day.
This is gonna make, hurt my feelings. Does he make like 100K in one day?
That's a little high. That's
a little high?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so it's not that high.
50K?
It's around that, yeah. 35 to 40K a day.
Damn.
Which is like $10 million a year. Just
So yeah, David Dobrik is making $10 million per year. Allegedly.
I actually covered that a couple months ago, and like hundreds of snaps a day sounds insane, but to be fair, if you're in LA and something's happening every 5 seconds, it's really not too much of a hindrance. You could literally just take a Snapchat of you getting a bagel from like a coffee shop. That's it. That's probably thousands of dollars that you've just been transferred into your account. Now, like I said, ever since David Dobrik kind of left to focus on his own stuff, the Vlog Squad, they have been coping for relevancy. Some of them have been doing all right, but then you have Jason Nash, and he's became such a meme at this point for just being like a dreg of society. You've got all the Zoomers on TikTok making fun of him.
I bet you anything, Jason Nash is live right now, begging for
Now, if you look at Jason Nash's TikTok, it doesn't seem to be too bad. He's got around 2.4 million followers, and the clips that he posts get hundreds of thousands of views, despite it all being from his podcast, no actual original clips. But then what's really bizarre, when he does OG TikToks, like for example, him just filming himself, they will get like nearly 1 million views, which in TikTok standards is pretty good. But then when going on the actual TikTok, it's got like 2,000 likes, and the top comment is Jason Nash begging for money. So there might be a little bit of botting going on there, just so he doesn't cope, saying that he's fallen off. But you know what hasn't fallen off? These Pyro plushies, which you can buy right now. Look at this little guy. Look at him. Look how cute he is. Of course you want to buy this. They'll be available for the next couple of weeks, and then after that, you can never buy them again. And any that we didn't sell go straight into the incinerator. Look, like the best reason you can buy him, you can put him in a chokehold. So a little bit of backstory on Jason Nash and how he became like TikTok's Omni-Man. Basically, he started off by being popular on Vine. I know that's usually a bad thing 9 times out of 10, but let's keep going. Now, again, like I said, he was friends with David Dobrik and would frequently collaborate with him. Now, Jason Nash does also have a YouTube channel of his own. The views now have kind of dried up a little bit, but it was most popular 3 to 5 years ago when he was basically riding off the back of David Dobrik. You know, stick a little thumbnail there of David Dobrik's soy face and going like, and then there you go, bang, 10 million views. But now the guy seems to have fallen even deeper because he's reached the point where he is now going live on TikTok every single stream, basically just begging people for money. I don't even mean in the funny, ironic haha way, like, guys, I bet you wouldn't give me money. He is just literally begging people every 5 seconds to tap an icon to give him a gift. It's just sad to watch. Now, there is a little bit of backstory here, so allow me to explain the lore, the Wikipedia page. So apparently it was always kind of a game theory that Jason Nash didn't really have a lot of money and then used David Dobrik as a meal ticket. And there was actually one point when he had a relationship with Trisha Paytas, but a lot of the female fans have pointed out that him running out of money and basically being an e-beggar is just karma because he would treat Trisha Paytas not very well. But to be fair, I do have to say Trisha Paytas herself, she's quite a questionable person. The only experience I know of her is her sitting down on the kitchen floor, basically crying every 3rd video.
I woke up this morning feeling like a chicken nugget. When you feel like a chicken nugget, you feel like not delicious. Well, you feel delicious, but you also feel like fried and fake on the inside. Because the chicken nugget, I feel like it's the McDonald's chicken nuggets and they're fake.
So one thing you may have noticed with the Jason Nash TikTok lives is he loves chewing gum. So I actually have some here. I just, pulled it from underneath my desk. So we're going to pull that in. And we're going to start chewing on it. The more obnoxious you sound, the more saliva that's in your voice, the closer you can be to Jason Nash, and then you can start begging for gifts on TikTok as well. So here's an example, actually. Here's Jason Nash duetting, I have no idea who that guy is. And what we're going to do, guys, we're going to do an episode of Dora the Explorer. We're going to count every single time Jason Nash subtly or obviously e-begs, okay?
Go.
So... Gonna watch.
119 left. It's all roses. It's tough.
Okay, he's mentioning the gifts once.
Someone send a lion, says Max.
Okay,
lion,
now begging,
lion,
begging,
lion,
begging,
lion,
begging,
lion.
begging. 6 instances of begging.
Yes, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca.
He's chewing the gum. This is good.
Yes, Hunter.
This is peak Jason Nash.
Pulling ahead.
Yeah,
Go,
he
baby.
he really looked happy to be getting that amount of money there. He looked absolutely ecstatic.
Oh shit, guys, we need one. We need a big drop. 22.
Yep. Okay, so this person just doesn't even have their mic turned on. They're just mouthing, and they're winning. They're actually winning by a large margin.
Rebecca, Hunter, Omar, we need 3 galaxies. Go.
Yeah, we need galaxies, guys. Please get mommy's credit card, guys. We need the money, please. I'm so broke. Please send me the galaxies, guys. Yep. That is, I'll be honest, an old person at the slot machines has more of a endorphin release than Jason Nash. I'm convinced that if he won, he would have just been like, yeah, we won. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Oh, I see. It's like all podcast highlights. What the fuck? That's sussy as fuck.